Welcome to another exciting episode of Lucas Productions. Our topic today is William Ruto's fate in 2022. Now, a Kenyan lawyer who was on the run since 2015 surrendered to the International Criminal Court, commonly referred to as the ICC, to face charges of influencing court witnesses. The ICC had issued an arrest warrant against lawyer Paul Gisheru for allegedly influencing witnesses in the court. The witnesses were to testify in a post-election violence case that claimed over 1,000 lives. On November 2nd, 2020, Paul Gisheru surrendered to the authorities of the Netherlands pursuant to an arrest warrant that was issued by the Pretrial Chamber 2 of the International Criminal Court. Mr. Gisheru, a lawyer formerly based in Kenya, is suspected of offences against the administration of justice consisting in corruptly influencing witnesses of the court, an accusation that is a very serious offence under the ICC statutes. Philip Kipkoech Bet, another William Ruto confidant and insider, has so far not surrendered himself to the ICC authorities, despite his arrest warrant also being issued under seal on 10th of March 2020. Uhuru Kenyatta became the first sitting head of state to appear before the ICC after being charged with crimes against humanity during the 2007-2008 post-election violence in Kenya. This was shortly after Mwai Kibaki was announced as president in 2007 between 8 to 9 p.m. at night after allegedly, I repeat, allegedly, beating Raila Odinga, the opposition leader then, a move that sparked tribal conflicts across the country. Now, somebody may ask, how does all this relate to William Ruto? Look, lawyer Paul Gisheru is an active player of the deep state, and we all know who or what the deep state is and is composed of. When David Muradhi, the current Jubilee Party vice chairman, indicated that Paul Gisheru, and indeed many others, are free to proceed to The Hague to offer any kind of assistance that the Hague-based court may need with regards to the 2007-2008 post-election violence inquiry, William Ruto should have been very afraid indeed. You see, in most instances, the deep state usually gives subtle signs of the kind of political intentions it has. And any keen political actor, observer, player, or analyst ought to read the signs early enough. In most instances, the deep state usually gives subtle signs of the kind of political intentions it has. And any keen political actor, observer, player, or analyst ought to read the signs early enough. Closer home, it is evident that William Ruto's fate has already been sealed. Come to think of it, all of a sudden, why are there increased defections from Team Tangatanga to Team BBI? Where are Ruto's point men and women from, say, the Mogusi region? The Mogusi region is basically Kisii region as an example. We are talking about the likes of Silvanus Osoro, Joash Maangi, and company. Where is Aisha Jumwa? Why is she all of a sudden not singing her political songs in support of Manuili? Is something wrong? Look, William should have known by now that these politricians, yes, politricians, were only pretending to be with him for as long as the cash, that is the weekly allowance that they were being given by Manuili, the weekly allowances, was flowing. The moment they realize that there is a slowdown in the cash flow, Man Willie will be shocked to the bones as he will be left standing alone in the political desert. Just wait and see. In the same vein, gullible Kenyans must also wake up and smell the coffee. And I repeat, gullible Kenyans must also wake up and smell the coffee. The remaining Team Tangatanga Wangwana remnants are not fighting for them, but rather for their own selfish political interests and that of their wives, husbands, and children, not you gullible Kenyans. Where are the likes of Susan Kihika, Dindi Nyoro, Alice Wahome, Ferdinand Waititu, Mike Sonko, Nelson Harvey, and the likes? How come Ruto's Kisii County point man, none other than the deputy governor of Kisii County, Joash Mangi, has already defected from Team Tangatanga to Team BBI? It is quite apparent that moving forward, we are going to witness more defections, as William Ruto is going to be left high, dry, and alone. We said it before when we offered our free advice to William that it is a very difficult political move to counter the deep state, especially when one is not well organized. For you to be able to counter the deep state, Manwili, you need serious political organization, as opposed to political enemies that you have been creating all over the place since you became drunk with power in the 7 years or so that you have been deputy president. Manwili has been creating enemies all over the place, as opposed to extending branches of friendship. While his friend, his erstwhile partner, Uhuru Kenyatta, who apparently is a graduate of political science from one of the leading universities in the United States, has been watching from afar, leaving Manwili to do all the dirty work alone. Manwili was indeed drunk with power. William, ask yourself some very, very fundamental questions. Raila Odinga has won 3 presidential elections in Kenya: 2007, 2013, and 2017. Let us not pretend he won clean. But has he been sworn as president? These are some of the questions that Manwili must ask himself as he continues to play the political game in Kenya. William's move to support the BBI is a wise political move, in my opinion. The combined force of Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta would have crushed him to political oblivion had he continued the kind of political trajectory that he was following before his change of mind. Of course, on the flip side, the gullible Kenyans that I mentioned earlier on will now know the kind of person Manwili is and where to place their support. You must be a man of principle. You must be a people of principle. Go with the people who want a better future for you, and not a group of people or someone who is only out to benefit himself, his wife, his children, his family, and not the general Kenyans as a whole. Listening to the lies and propaganda rhetorics of the likes of Dennis Itumbi and company would have definitely led William Ruto to some very, very serious political roadblocks. Politics, just like reptiles or reptilia in the animal kingdom as they're commonly referred to, needs to shed off old scales or old skin from time to time. Something that both the late Mzee Moi and Raila Odinga had come to master. William, free advice: shed off old skin and clean house. Do away with political baggage that are weighing you down and pulling you in the wrong political direction if you want to survive politically in the new Kenya. If you do not cry foul that you were not warned. William, shed off old skin and clean house. Do away with political baggage that are weighing you down and pulling you in the wrong political direction. That is, if you want to survive politically in the new Kenya that is coming post BBI referendum. If you do not cry foul that you were not warned. If you have not subscribed, remember to do so as not to miss out on subsequent videos. Until next time, this is Lucas Productions.